Imagine this. You're running a local restaurant, right? You finally swap out that clunky old booking system for just one single AI tool. And boom, you watch your reservations jump 20% in a single month. And you know the absolute best part? You didn't even have to hire an extra person to manage it. Now, that's not some crazy fluke, and it's definitely not science fiction. That exact scenario, it's happening across small businesses everywhere, right now. So welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the expectation versus the reality of AI in small business. We're going to show you exactly how owners are slashing costs, and honestly, we're going to separate what's actually working from what's just total hype.
Right off the bat, let's talk real money. 66% of small businesses, we're talking nearly two-thirds here, are already saving between $500 and $2,000 every single month just by plugging in AI. And the kicker? They aren't just hoarding that cash. They're funneling those savings straight back into growth and marketing. Seriously, this isn't some distant future trend we're trying to predict. It's already here, and it's completely reshaping how lean, scrappy teams can actually compete with the massive companies.
Okay, let's dive into this because we really need to understand how blindingly fast this shift is happening. Rewind your clocks to early 2024. US business AI adoption was practically non-existent. It was sitting at a measly 4.6%. Most business owners were, still treating it like a shiny buzzword rather than a legitimate tool that could actually run their operations. But watch what happens next. By the end of 2025, that adoption rate is set to absolutely skyrocket to 18%. I mean, that is an incredibly rapid shift for literally any business sector. We're going from almost nobody touching this tech to nearly a fifth of all small businesses integrating it right into their daily workflows, practically in the blink of an eye. And when we zoom in on generative AI specifically, even just casual one-person experimentation has completely exploded. It's basically tripled in just 2 years. We go from 23% in 2023 up to 40% in 2024 and hit a massive 58% by 2026. This technology has officially crossed that bridge from being a fun little novelty to absolute everyday mainstream usage. Which brings us to Section 1, the agency killer, slashing marketing costs. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where this tech is being applied first: marketing and content creation. Think about it. Small businesses used to pay external marketing agencies or freelancers anywhere from $500 to $3,000 a month for stuff like content, ad copy, and social media posts. But now, you can literally stack the two leading AI tools for about $40 a month and get the exact same equivalent output. We aren't talking about a clever little workaround here. We are looking at an entire cost category just collapsing by 90% or more. No way around it, it's a game changer. Even for the businesses that still use a bit of external help, the savings are they're incredible. Most small businesses are reporting that they're successfully slashing their marketing contractor costs by 50 to 70%. And all they're doing is simply folding AI into their existing content pipelines to speed up the workflow. It's a massive instant win for anyone operating on a lean budget. But it gets even better because this isn't just about playing defense and saving pennies. AI booking tools are actively generating an average 20% lift in reservations. Let that sink in. These systems aren't just cutting your overhead, they are actively pulling in brand new revenue right on top of those savings. Talk about an absolute game changer for your cash flow. All right, moving on to Section 2, death of the admin grind. Content and marketing were the easy wins, sure, but let's pivot from dollars saved to hours saved. We're talking about automating all those mind-numbing repetitive tasks. Scheduling, answering the exact same customer questions over and over, chasing down invoices, the stuff that eats your week but requires absolutely zero real judgment. The time savings here are just jaw-dropping. Look at the breakdown. The average small business worker is saving about 5.6 hours a week. If you're an owner or manager, you're saving over 7 hours a week. And if your role is heavily focused on marketing or content, you are saving an incredible 8 to 12 hours every single week once AI is in your routine. Depending on your role, AI is literally absorbing the equivalent of a part-time job. Here's a real-world example worth sitting with for a second. There was this one small e-commerce business that combined an AI chatbot for customer service with some automated email tools, right? They saved 3 hours a day just on customer inquiries alone. 3 hours bought back every single day by tools that cost a fraction of what you'd pay a human. To really drive this point home,
58% of all AI-using small businesses are saving over 20 hours a month. That is roughly half of a full-time employee's monthly capacity. Just imagine having all of that time suddenly redirected away from just, keeping the lights on and poured directly into the high-level work that actually grows your business.
Which naturally brings up the massive elephant in the room. Does AI mean fewer employees? Let's reset our attention for a quick second and tackle this head-on, because this is without a doubt the absolute biggest myth surrounding artificial intelligence right now. Section 3. The big twist. Growth and jobs. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it reveals the most surprising data point of this entire explainer, the undeniable reality of job growth. Get this, 82% of AI-using small businesses actually increased their workforce over the past year. Only 18% stayed the same or decreased. The vast majority of these adopters are hiring more people, not firing them. AI is freeing up so much operational capacity that these businesses can suddenly afford to scale up and expand their teams. Who would have thought?
To show you the full picture here, 91% of small businesses using AI report that it directly boosts their revenue, and 90% claim it makes their operations far more efficient. So small businesses aren't just running leaner, they are growing much faster. They're bringing on more staff, and they are spending way less time on the mundane tasks that used to eat up their entire week.
But we have to talk about Section 4, the execution gap. We definitely need a reality check here, because as amazing as all these numbers are, not everyone is getting these incredible results. There is a huge difference between just downloading a shiny new tool and actually having a strategy for it. Fact, 50% of small firms who claim they are using AI invest absolutely zero money or training into it. Half of these businesses are honestly just poking at a free chatbot every now and then. They have no dedicated tools, no staff training, and no actual time set aside to build proper systems. They're using AI in name only, leaving a massive gap between adoption and actual measurable value. When you look at a massive 2026 survey of 34,000 small businesses, the adoption is undeniably huge, right? 77% report regular AI usage, 41% report a revenue increase, and 74% report a productivity boost. But here is the catch when you really dig into the fine print. Most of these businesses couldn't actually clearly explain how they were measuring those gains. The value is happening, for sure, but without a clear plan, they are totally flying blind.
So, the crucial point is, how do you avoid that trap and actually win? Well, here is your strict, highly actionable 3-step playbook for genuine AI success. Step 1, pick 1 or 2 high-friction tasks, like sorting customer emails or scheduling. Step 2, actually measure the time and cost results before and after you implement the tool. And Step 3, reinvest those specific savings straight back into growth. The businesses getting real value are treating AI like a real tool with a real plan, not just some fun novelty they tried once and totally forgot about.
Which leaves us with one final provocative question for you to chew on. Where is your business quietly overspending? Because the gap between the businesses executing this 3-step playbook and those who are still just guessing, it's only going to widen from here. If this explainer opened your eyes to where you might be leaving money and time on the table, hit that subscribe button. We are here to break down exactly how AI continues to reshape business using clear data to help you grow. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next explainer.